Hey crafty friends, this is Kathy Peck in Wichita Falls, Texas, and today I'm going to show you a black and white tall and skinny card. So if you're wondering what a tall and skinny card is, let me show you. I found samples of these on Pinterest under the Moho Monday card sketch, and this is a tall and skinny card as opposed to a slimline card, which is about 2 inches taller. So tall and skinny is 3.5 by 6 as opposed to slimline, which is 3.5 by 8. Alright, so this one is a black and white card, and I use the small daisy punch in the dual oval punch, one of my favorites, and then the black gems. And the paper in this, if you like black and white paper, which Stampin' Up has done a lot of lately, there's a free set called Beautifully Penned in the current Sale-A-Bration catalog that's available until the end of September, and it coordinates with the hand pen petals bundle. I mean, you can even use the dies to cut out and then color your own, which that's pretty cool. So this is it. It's the Beautifully Penned DSP, and it's in shades of black and white. It's gorgeous. So let me show you how I put together this little gem. And to start with, you're going to need some thick whisper white, or excuse me, basic white cardstock that measures 6 by 7, scored at 3.5 along on the 6-inch edge. And then you'll have a piece of the DSP cut 3.25 by 5.75, and you're going to glue that down. Before you do that, we're going to put this black on here. The black, this is the basic black cardstock, and it measures 2 by 5.75, and we're going to glue that right on top. Now you could just, cut strips of this if you're into paper saving and want to do all that, but I just like doing it this way. Alright, so I'm gonna center this on here. There, that's centered, and then I'm gonna stick this on the card base. And please, if you have it, use the thick. You'll get a better result with the thick, and the card feels better in your hand. The white is just a little bit thinner, the regular white, basic white. It's even thinner than our colored cardstock. It's great for layering sentiments and things like that, but if you want to use it for a card base, I'd recommend using the thick white. Alright, so what I did is, and I punched out 3 each of the flowers, and I'll show you how I put them together. Now you can leave your flowers flat if you like, but I like to take my bone folder and just gently go around all the petals and give them a little curl. The more curl you give them, the more bounce they have, but just a little bit. And then after I curl them, I'm going to use, you can use either the liquid glue or the not dimensionals, the glue dots to hold them together. But this is what you do. Give them a little curl, grab a little glue dot, pop it on here. Oops. Try not to lose your glue dots while you're working. And then stick them together. There is some kind of racket. I think somebody is digging some holes outside in our street. I guess utilities work. It's always something. I can hear the trucks. You know that beeping sound they make when they're backing up? There you go. And that's... Did I not catch... Oh, I didn't catch a glue dot there. Oops. Make sure you catch a glue dot. Still not coming off. Sometimes you gotta really pinch those things to make them come off. Here we go. Got one. I didn't want to drop it. I have my dog under here taking a nap under here next to my feet, under my table. All right, there you go. So that's that. That's it. And then to secure the flowers onto the card base, I did the same thing. I just used a glue dot, but I think this time I'm going to take it off with my handy dandy pokey tool and stick it on here. Put it close to the top. And I used those black pearls. They came out last year, I think, in the last year's holiday catalog, and they carried over, and they are just so cool. I really like them. It's not often that you have a black embellishment, so they were like perfect for this card. I'll stick on here. Here we go. Alright, and then what I did is I cut a piece of the DSP for the bottom of this. Now if these are aren't close together, well, they are a little close together, but you can just overlap. I think I put I curled my flowers more on that one. Alright, and then I had stamped my sentiment, "Thank you kindly," which is from the Delicate Dahlias stamp set, which again is a free Sale-A-Bration item as well. So thank you kindly. I like that little sentiment, and it fits nicely in that oval. So just dab a little glue on here, stick it in here, and then I'm going to use some dimensionals to pop that up. And I will show you how I put together an envelope from the DSP for this card. It's a little top-loading envelope. Alright, so let's stick some embellishments on here. Here they are. The matte, they're matte black dots, not pearls. Sorry about that. So I take, and this comes in two sizes. There's a small one and a larger one, and I put 3 of the small ones in there, in each flower. And then I use the large ones on the sentiment. Just to use a lot of them. But you know, if you wanted to add some color, changing the embellishments, adding a colored embellishment would be cute. Or even using instead of white flowers, use a colored cardstock flower. There, that's the card. That's pretty much done. And the envelope is easy. Here's the one that goes with it. See, and it's a top loader. And you just put a piece of tear and tape there, and poof, that's it. Let me show you how I made it. So let me put this together. What you need for the envelope is a piece of the DSP cut, and I wrote it down here because I always forget. It's going to be cut 8.5 by 8, and on the 8.5 side, you're going to score at 1.5, or excuse me, at a half right here, and then 2. And on the 8-inch side, you'll score at 1 3/4. And I said, oh, wait a minute. I got that backwards. Here, let's start this again. On the 8.5 side, you're going to score at 1/2, and then flip it over and score it, let's see, 1 3/4. That's right. On the 8-inch side, you're going to score at 2, and then flip it and score at 2 1/4. I wrote them down a little funny, but when I post this on the blog, it'll be a little more clear, hopefully. So I'm going to fold and burnish. You don't have to burnish too hard with your DSP, and you don't ever want to press too hard when you're scoring, especially if you use the Simply Scored tool, because you can go right through the paper. So there we go. Now with my scissors, I'm going to cut off some excess. This is the bottom, so I'm going to trim, and I like to trim at a slight angle. To give a little wedge here, little wedge there. Oops, maybe a little bit more wedge right there. So there's that part. Now for the top half, go in, wedge and wedge, just a little. Maybe just a hair more. Yeah, I like that better. It's really, there's no right or wrong way to do this. It's just however you like it. I mean, there's different ways to make envelopes. This is just one way that I make some for this particular type of card. And then I'm gonna put, and see that this bottom where it doesn't match very well, all I do is when you fold that up, it's gonna get covered up. And this, if this doesn't match, I like to just, I'll just trim off just a little bit more to make them look more even. All right. And I'm gonna just stick just a tiny bit of glue here. You can use tear and tape here as well, or stamp and seal, whatever you like. Put a little bit of glue here. Okay, and there you go. And just add a touch tear and tape at the top. And it's ready to be sealed and sent off to someone nice. Or just given away. There you go. Well, I guess I didn't want to do that right yet. Okay, let me put that back on there. Oops, that was a oops. Okay, but there you go. That's all there is to it. Pretty easy. This will be posted on my blog and it'll have all the dimensions for the card and the envelope. Again, this is my black and white flower card using the Beautifully Penned DSP. That's free during Sale-A-Bration, which means you can get it for free with a qualifying purchase until the end of September. It coordinates with the hand penned petals bundle that's in the annual catalog. And I tell you, that's a cute little bundle, which means these little flower bunchings in here, they will work. You can die cut them with the hand pen bundle dies. So, hand pen petals bundle. That's a mouthful. All right, so there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. So again, I'm Kathy Peck. I'm in Wichita Falls, Texas. If you're watching this on YouTube, consider subscribing to my channel so you don't miss any of my creative posts. Or if you're on my blog, watching this through my blog, go up to the top of the blog at the green box. You can subscribe to my blog and you will never miss a post because it'll come directly to your email. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.